you guys should be able to see my Facebook page now. And I'm going to minimize that window so I don't see anybody. Okay, cool. Okay, so you're basically looking at your Facebook login page. Everyone has the same look when we log into Facebook for the first time. It's very noisy. It's very cluttered. There's a lot of stuff going on, even though that this is their most recent design. It's designed to be very minimalistic. Not a lot of distractions, yet there are. I actually like the old style, but it needed a refresh. So we'll take with it what they give. But when it comes to your Facebook page, when you log into your personal page for the first time, or not first time, but in general, you're always going to go into your main news feed. And what you see here in the center, right across the top, is stories. For those of you who may not know, Facebook stories, much like Instagram stories, Snapchat, they are micro content in the form of 10-second clips, video clips, up to 5, 6 at a time, I believe you can do. They allow you to push out short content in the form of your day-to-day. What's happening? Just got off a meeting, just got out of a meeting, just got off a call, maybe a quick little tour around an open house. Maybe you're a quick chat with a loan officer or title rep, and you're talking about 3 things you need to have in order to get pre-qualified. Just getting people into that mindset. Facebook offers a lot of opportunities for you guys to market yourself, and of course, right off the top, they put stories because they do know that Facebook statistically has shown that videos are the #1 form of engagement when it comes to using social media. Video just tells a better story than any other way. 97% of the message is retained when it's seen in the form of video, as opposed to just a static post with content, or just a static post with no image. And sorry, I'm going to throw Brock into the bus here, but even if the intent was just to get some copy out there about your business, find an image off of a royalty-free stock site that would enhance what you're talking about. As we scroll through social media, as I'm doing here, images and videos are going to get me to stop. It's what we call thumb stopping content. And even if you don't have a video, find an image that supports what you're talking about. And if you can't, just put a puppy up there, okay? Everyone loves dogs. I'm assuming everyone loves dogs. But dogs statistically are shown, people will stop scrolling just to see a cute little puppy. And you could even have fun with it. At the very end, what I'm sharing with you, the puppy has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but everyone loves dogs. So just have fun with it. But if you're going to post content in your main feed, in your news feed, this is what we see here in the middle. Everyone in the center here is made up of either businesses that I'm following, closed groups that I'm in, or my friends and their family. So that's all going to aggregate in the center for you. Moving to the left over here is another navigation for your personal page. Let me scroll back up to the top for you guys. Obviously, clicking on your name takes you to your personal page. And here's my personal page for my Facebook. And going through here, if I'm visiting my page or if someone's visiting my page, they're only going to see content that I've put out. Now, let me hit the back button real quick here for you. On the left-hand side of that, going through your navigation, you've got your friends list, so you know who your friends are. You see everyone that you've friend requested or requested you. Most recent, they've got a most recent tab here. It will refresh your feed, and it will show you most recent posts. So whether you're just jumping on or you've been on there for a while, hitting most recent will refresh the page for you so you see fresh content in the center. Your page button over here on the left, whether you have one page, which assuming you do or you don't, that's why you're here today. We'll go ahead and create a page shortly. Your pages will show you all the pages that you're the admin or the editor or a moderator on. That'll take you into those pages. Your groups will take you to your groups tab. That'll be all the groups that you belong to, whether it's your closed groups, funny group, whatever group you belong to, hiking, biking, as I mentioned. There are groups for everything. And you may or may not know this right now, but West USA, here at West USA, we have a closed group for all of our branch locations. You know what? And actually, before I keep going, let's just do this real quick. I got to do my shameless plug, so I apologize. And up in the left-hand corner, that little magnifying glass, that's going to be your search feature. That allows you to search for anything on Facebook. I'm going to type in West USA Realty and hit enter. And when I do, that's going to bring my search results here in the center. Now, based on whether you have visited a page before or this is the first time, you're going to see a different search result, and it's going to be different for everybody. When you do a search, whether you're searching for another agent or a loan officer or a local business, having the name is important so that you can complete that in the search field, and those are your key terms. Once you hit enter and you see the first results, on the left-hand side under filters, I can filter out my searches based on the keywords. So in this case, I just did West USA Realty. And then now I can come over and say, all right, I want to see all posts from West USA. And then there's some additional filters that I can choose. Posts that I've already seen. I can change post by date. If I remember there was something back in 2019, I can filter by the year. Posts from a particular person. So you, your friends, groups or pages or public posts. Or you can go to now people. I can do a search for people based on West USA. This is going to give me people who have West USA either listed as their employer or their business. Somewhere in their bio, West USA Realty appears, and I can filter and find people that way. This is a great way for you guys to find other agents, since I think close to 3,000 agents with us now. You'll be able to find agents. This is how I like to go through and find someone who I may have met in a class or just had a conversation with. I try to find their business page, if them not personally, and then obviously connect with them and now make a connection. So again, for you guys, that's about building relationships. If I want to filter West USA by photos and so on. So over here, all your filtration are your options. I'm going to go back to all, and I'm going to select the page, our main brokerage page. If you guys haven't done so, go ahead and select or find our main brokerage page. You'll know it because we still have our Happy Mother's Day up on the page there. Definitely need to change that out, but you know what? Mothers are so important. I'll leave it up for another week. So or this weekend we'll switch it out. If you haven't done so, click on the like button. Would love for you guys to like our business page. If you haven't done so as a follower to the brokerage page, you'll be able to see our content. We'll start showing up in your news feed. And I always tell all of our agents, jump on our page often. Visit us, and if you miss something, see what's posting. We like to post a lot of agent-facing content. And 1 second here, I just want to check on our agent-facing content. Basically allows you or gives you guys an idea of what's happening with the brokerage, what we have in the way of happenings. So we have classes coming up. We've got recognition. We have announcements. We host and we post videos. And so there's a number of different things on our page that you can look at, share. If there's something that's valuable, you want to reshare it. All of our classes, webinars, whether it's a Monday morning webinar or my class on Thursdays, you've got a lot of opportunities for you guys to consume content that come out throughout the week. And all of our webinars are recorded, and we repost those to our social media once they've gone live on our YouTube channel. And there's always a chance for you to go back and see past content, which is really great. So that's why I encourage you guys to hit the like button. And then from there, you'll be able to follow us and stay abreast of what's happening at West USA. And another cool thing too for you guys, I know a lot of agents always ask, where can I get some cool cover photos? By all means, feel free to steal ours. We create these and brand these for you. As you can see, they have our logo on them. They have the registered RF Realtor trademark, the MLS, and the Fair Housing logo. So they're always in compliance. Go through all of our past cover photos. Find something that's great. We've got what's kind of summertime's coming up. I know there's some cool ones that are on there from past summers. And you can use that for your business page. I always encourage all the agents to refresh their cover photos often. Of course, you can always use your cover photo for fun stuff too. Showcase your personality. Push your listings on there. Do a collage of a new listing, or if you want to do a featured property, you can always use your area there to showcase what's happening. All right, last thing I wanted to do, I mentioned a minute ago, when you do a search for West USA, over in the search bar there on the left-hand side, and we're just going to go ahead and hit Realty real quick, typing with one hand, and hit enter. This time we're going to filter through groups. And I know I mentioned it a minute ago, but I wanted to just make sure and drive home the point that when you filter by groups, all of our branch locations have closed groups, and they are made up of agents from that branch. Mesa, Scottsdale, Arrowhead, Goodyear, Chandler, Ahwatukee, you name it, North Phoenix. Jump on there. If you haven't done so, join the group. And when you do, you'll have access to all the other folks who are out of that branch location. A lot of engagement happens in there with our agents. It's a safe place for you guys. There are no vendors in there. There's nobody soliciting. So anybody, if anyone has any side hustles like Amway or Avon, we ask that you don't post those in there. This is strictly for real estate and you connecting with your other branch agents. Open houses, looking for a vendor, looking for a contractor. Lots of conversations happen there, recommendations in general when it comes to supporting you and your business, your clients. Great place for you to be in there and connect with not only agents, but also your branch managers will post in there. We've had some happy hours this week, I saw, back in person. So really excited about that. Didn't make it out to them, but we've got some happy hours happening again. We're starting to get back into the office. Obviously we're here in a live environment and on Zoom today. So fun time to connect. Great way for you guys to connect with your folks. Wanted to make sure to plug that for you. So jump into your closed groups and go from there. All right, I'm done. So that was all my around the horn when it comes to our digital footprint. Back into your navigation again. I'm going to proceed with the assumption that you guys know how to use Facebook in general. On the right-hand side, you'll see all your contacts, everyone you're friends with, anybody that you are friends with personally. And then you've got your main feed here in the center. So when you're ready to rock and roll, if you want to create something, let me move this guy so I can see here. Interesting. Okay, look at that. Facebook makes it. I love Facebook. Every time I open this thing up, there's a new change. And I swear they know when I do classes because they say, let's change something the night before. So looks like Facebook added themselves a little little tiles here in the little corner. There used to be a plus symbol there. So it looks like they've condensed quite a few menu items into that little guy now. Nothing's going to trip us up, but instead of the plus symbol, and maybe you guys don't see it. I know Facebook is notorious for rolling out changes regionally. They don't just flick a switch and everyone has the same features. They are known for rolling it out to users based on, for lack of a better term, power users. When folks are or when they are rolling out new features, they'll roll it out in a batch content and they'll see what level of engagement people are getting. And they'll watch how use of it and see if its functionality is going to be something they want to stay with. But in this case, clicking on those little tiles here is going to take you to the create on the right-hand side. Now that create is where you're going to be able to create a number of different things. Whether you're going to create a post for your personal page, a story, a life event. In our case, we're going to create a page. Now, if you already have a page, you don't need to create another one. But if you don't, we're going to create a new page and create your business page. And I'll show you guys how to create that and navigate it real quick. Not too complicated at all. Anybody who's interested in running ads, good luck. Facebook, specifically Apple. You guys may have seen some noise and some headlines recently. Apple is taking further steps to protect its users' privacy and no longer allowing data, contact information, personal information, how we use our phone and how we engage with our apps and the way we use and the sites that we visit and what we do on Facebook is archived. It's archived. It's being cataloged so that they learn us. They learn about what we like, what we don't like, so that they can better serve us ads. Well, Apple says, hey, for our users, we're going to limit what you guys can see from Facebook. So they've made a lot of changes to the iOS, their cookies, their their breadcrumbs, whatever you want to say. The fingerprints that we leave when we touch things on our phone and move around is not going to be accessible to Facebook anymore. Thus, it's not going to be accessible for us as marketers. And so it's a pivotal time right now. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen when it comes to how marketers are able to adjust and pivot when it comes to getting exposure for their ads. I personally don't mind the ads. I do know the ads are ridiculous and crazier than ever, and I understand the pain point for a lot of folks who use Facebook, because sometimes it just seems like all I'm looking at is ads, and I've yet to see, as I scroll through my feed, any information or anything of what's happening with my friends and family. And so if it means we see less ads, oh well. I think that there's enough exposure out there in the world of other forms of entertainment and intake of content to sculpt us to buy products and services. But for the sake of Facebook, running ads is going to be unique right now, and hopefully we'll do a class on that down the road when we see how things shake out. If you're going to create a group, you can go to group from this section as well. If you guys haven't done so, find out what closed groups exist for your neighborhood, your zip code, areas that you service, getting into those closed groups. I know up in North Phoenix, we have Norterra 85085. Huge group, over 3,000 community members in there, made up mostly of people who live in the area. What's happening from traffic conditions to opening new stores to people complaining about someone's dog being out, but really it was a javelina. You name it. There's a number of conversations happening. But as an agent, if you're in those closed groups, it's a great way for you guys to connect with the community. And I'm not talking about going in there and blazing guns about just listed, just sold, open house. Share some valuable content, high value content. Educate, entertain, engage, empower, the 4 E's to content creation when it comes to social media. People will put 2 and 2 together. They'll get it that you're an agent. But go in there with some high value content so that your content is memorable. They're not just going to scroll right past it. Well, I'm not looking to buy a home right now. So just listed doesn't mean anything to me. But if you go in and you're like, hey, I just did a post on 3 splash pads that are in the 10-mile radius of our neighborhood that you may not have known about, parents are going to learn about that. And they're going to stop and they're going to read. And they're going to see that it was your content that you put out there. And then next week you do, best patio, coolest patios as the summer months come. Excuse me. As the summer months come, who's got the cool patios? Like being on the patio and be able to stay cool. Do an article or do a post about that and add photos or do a video, because that's going to give you an opportunity to, again, become memorable. And as you post this content, I may not have a need, but, my brother or someone down the road wants to move into the area. That guy Keith always puts out some really cool stuff. He's also an agent. I know he knows the neighborhood. I'm going to connect him and share my contact information with him or refer a lead. So, what are the 4 E's? I will repeat that for you, Jen. 4 E's, and I don't have it on this computer. You guys email me if you want the article I wrote, 4 E's for content creation. They are entertain, educate, empower, and engage. Entertain. When you were thinking of content creation, the 4 E's are going to keep you in the right direction when it comes to getting good content. When I say high value content that people want to look at. People, I get sucked into the negative just like everybody else. Well, not everybody else, but the majority of people, it's easy to get into a bitch session about something. So I try to keep it positive. And I always go back to, all right, let's do something entertaining. And it could be goofy, it could be showcasing your personality, but entertain is always an easy one and a no-brainer when it comes to putting high-value content. Empowering. I see a number of agents who create fun little videos on things you need to know as a first-time home buyer. Maybe you didn't know that you're supposed to flush your hot water heater once a year. Maybe you didn't know that you're supposed to check on your timer on your drip line. partner with a contractor or get with a home inspector or do something fun like that and empower your buyer. And this is for content for folks who have already bought from you, but now are connected with you on Facebook. There's no reason why you can't continue to provide value for them, not only because you're educating them or you're empowering them how to do something with a little tutorial, but you're staying top of mind with them so that, 6 months down the road, someone wants to move in a neighborhood or they have a friend or family member who's looking and they're like, you know what, I haven't talked to Keith in a while, but he still puts those good videos out I see every now and then. They'll remember you. And I know you guys probably have had this happen to you or someone who has, where you run into a past client a year down the road and they're like, oh, man, I had a referral for you, but I couldn't remember your last name. I didn't have your phone number. I didn't have your card, or we weren't connected on Facebook. And so these are great ways for you guys to stay on top of mind with your past clients and not only showcase your social proof with new clients or potentially new clients. Engage. The third E, engage, is going to be important for you. When you guys post your content, ask questions. Before and after photos. Use the poll option when creating a post. If you're going to come to your post here and then you get into the post creation, come on, there we go. Host a Q&A. So you can host a Q&A. You can throw a softball out there for someone to ask you any questions. You can, where's it at here? Go live and entice people to ask questions about maybe we do a walkthrough. You're into flips, and you know what you want to do to the house, but why not have fun with it and bring your audience along and be like, what kind of backsplash would you guys do? Or would you guys put a skylight in here? Would you open up this bathroom and get rid of the tub and make it like 2 shower heads? So, have fun with it. Get people engaging with you and asking or responding to your questions. And engagement is going to do 2 things for you. One, you're going to build a relationship. Message that person offline after your live video ends. Connect with them, get them into your CRM, start that drip campaign. 2, your engagement level, meaning you're going to respond to people who comment. Facebook algorithm is watching that. And when you do, you're rewarded the next time you push content out. Facebook is going to share your content more organically to more of your audience because of your level of engagement, meaning that you don't just post and ghost. You don't just throw content out there and never come back. And if someone's like, love it, great, they do the heart symbol, great video, respond to everybody because you're showing the algorithm and Facebook that you are someone who engages, and that's going to help you grow your audience. And what I do, I did entertainment, empowerment, engage, educate. Last one, right? That's the one, yeah, educate your audience. Get your vendors on camera with you. That's the most relaxed you can be for those of you who may be apprehensive about being on camera. Then bring someone else on camera with you. Do a live simulcast. You can bring someone into the live. Let's go allow here. You can bring someone in onto your live. Camera access is not going to show me because we're connecting the other camera. Bring someone in and they can host in with you live, so you don't need to be in the same room, and go back and forth with a loan officer. Hey, I've got renters who don't think they can pre-qualify. What can I do? What can they do? And do a Q&A with a loan officer. Get out with a backyard landscaper. What's something I can do to add a little more value to my backyard? Summertime's coming out now. We spend some time in the backyard, or maybe not in the backyard because it'll be 110 soon, but what can I do to improve the quality of the value of my home? One thing each year, and what time of year do I do that? Get them on live video, and you are educating your audience now. And again, it's all about creating memorable content so that the next time they have a need, they're going to remember you, and you will be able to discard that. You'll be able to build that relationship, and they'll think of you. So I know it sounds like a lot because everyone's like, hey, when am I supposed to be an agent? Well, this is being an agent. This is called social prospecting. And you're filling in a lot of the opportunities that you don't have now or haven't had because of the whole COVID mess. So great tools for you there. It's just really about jumping in and sitting down and doing it. I'm going to get into creating. I know we got 12:43, so I got a few minutes. Well, I'll get some time, but let's crank through it. I'm going to create a page for you here real quick, and then I want to get back onto content to create best practices on using your page and getting going. First and foremost, number one, if you haven't done so when creating a page, and that, again, it's back up here under the tab. I'm going to play with all this stuff later. This is connect family, friends, community, share an interest, campus. Wow, this is cool stuff in here. I'll have to find out what Facebook's got going on in this new menu bar over here. On the create side over here, we're going to click on page. Now, again, if you have a page, don't create a new one. Sit tight. I'll show you how to edit, make changes after the fact. If you are, let me check the chat log real quick, make sure that nobody is asking questions. Nope, we're good. All right. Okay. When it comes to your page, I get this question a lot. What should I name the page? I don't know what to name it. First and foremost, don't just leave it West USA Realty because you're not the brokerage, and you certainly wouldn't want someone to come onto your page thinking it's the brokerage page and then leave a review and then it wasn't for you in the first place, especially if it's a negative one. We don't want that on our page. So best practice is your first and last name dash West USA Realty. Hyphen, whatever you want to call it, your first and last name, and then West USA Realty, or whatever your brokerage name is. If we've got anybody on from the brokerage, welcome. Certainly excited to have you guys here. And I'm sitting down, so I should be able to type. But there you go. So West USA Realty, identify yourself as the agent and then the brokerage that you're with. You can always edit that. If you decide to leave us or you're coming from another brokerage, you can always make that edit in your about section. All right, next is category. You know what? I think I already have a West USA Realty training one, so I'm just going to put a number so that it doesn't tell me I have a duplicate. Don't worry about putting a number, just put your brokerage. You guys are good. Under category, if you start to type the word real, Facebook will auto-populate some options for you based on real. Obviously, it knows you're going for the real estate category selection, and we're going to choose agent right there. West USA, real estate agent will be your choice when it comes to your category. Next one is a description for your business. What do you do? There's a character limitation of 255 characters. So this is your about section, a little bio. You don't have to fill this in right now. It'll let us move forward. If you haven't done so, or you have a page and you haven't done the description section, take some time to sit down, write a little bio, who you are, what you do, where you do it, why you do it, anything about you that you feel is pertinent that you want to share with your audience, add that to your description. So on the right-hand side here is your desktop preview. As I was making those changes, this is Facebook's new page creation format. I love this. They didn't have this before. You can see how it looks in a mobile version, or you can switch to desktop by using these two icons here. You can see how it's going to appear both mobile and on a desktop. As you make your changes, it will update in the live environment here. All right, next I'm going to hit create page. It's going to go ahead and just kind of lock in those options I've already done. It's going to give me some more options on the left-hand side here in a second once it's done grinding. And now we're going to open it up and go into your images. So first and foremost, it's going to ask you to add a profile photo. If you haven't done so, guys, I highly recommend getting some professional headshots. There are a number of photographers out there who, event photographers specifically, that probably would love some business. So I know firsthand there's a lot of photographers out there right now. It's very competitive, so you should be able to find someone who can shoot some branding images for you. Recommend that considerably. I have a gal that we use for family photos, but she also does branding photos, personal branding photos, any type of marketing photos, and referred her out to a lot of agents. She's a little bit on the higher end, but her quality work is amazing, and she's hired by a lot of high-end clients. There are a number of real estate agents at your local branch who are photo enthusiasts who certainly would be able to would love to have you and shoot some headshots. Get a couple headshots for your business and then add that to your page. Now, I'm using a laptop that I don't normally use, so I'm going to say there's probably not a photo on here. So let's go to, one second, guys. I'm going to jump into Just I'm grabbing a random headshot photo off of the internet so that we can at least move forward. All right, first girl here. We're going to save image to downloads. And okay, bear with me real quick. All right, let's hop back over here. We're going to add an image, and I'm going to go to the downloads tab, and I'm going to add her in. So this is your headshot and your profile photo locked in. Use a logo or image that helps identify you and your page. If you guys are someone who has access to a designer, by all means, feel free to leverage them and have them create something for you. You know what? Let's do this real quick. I'm going to do the same thing. And we'll find an image and just steal any one of them. I guess I could take it from the Facebook page. Let's do this that way. I'm going to grab the West USA one off of the Mother's Day one. Since I told you guys you could steal any of ours, let's steal ours. All right, same image as to downloads. Okay. All right. Trust me, I know how to use the computer. All right, here we go. Add a cover photo. Really easy to do. Whether you have one that you've stolen from us, something you've had created, there's a number of different places to create cover photos. If you haven't done so, I teach a Canva class, and I think I've got one coming up at the end of the month. Yeah, next week is LinkedIn on Thursday, 10 a.m. And then last Thursday, what are we doing? We're doing Canva. Yeah, and it might be two. We might be doing two that day because we'll have to do our spotlight later in the afternoon. But Canva basics for real estate professionals, guys. It's so easy to do this stuff now, and I'm a firm believer. If you can do it yourself, A, you're going to save yourself time, and B, you're going to save yourself money because your time is your money, and so you are. If you're not having to hire somebody or outsourcing to Fiverr, I used to tell everybody to go to Fiverr.com and have something done on the cheap, but now we teach you how to do it. True believer in teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. So you guys can jump in our Canva class. I go through creating cover photos, trifold brochures for high-end luxury home. If you wanted to do open house flyer, one-off flyer, business cards, video content. Canva has some awesome stuff. So you can always create it there as well and switch out your cover photos often. Hit the save button there in the bottom left-hand corner, and that will take us to your template. There you go. That's your basic Facebook business page, up and running, looking good. And then from there, we populate everything else. So when you're on your business page, there you go. There's your cover photo, headshot. See, I wish I had some headshots like that. Like hers came out pretty good. So find someone who can shoot some good stuff for you and use that for your business page. On the left-hand side, as a business page owner now, you have your news feed, updates. If you're a managed shop, I know that there's going to be some functionality over here that's not relevant to a real estate agent. So I'll show you guys how to navigate through that. Business apps, resources and tools. This tab right here, the resources and tools, is really cool one to go to. Spend some time in there offline after today. And you can see all the other resources that are available to you as a business page owner. They've got a lot of tools and functionality, how you can use your go live from your business page, set up a FAQs. So great place for you to preload those FAQs for your needs as an agent. Someone jumps on and wants to engage you in a conversation. You can suggest questions that you could ask your people as they visit your page, and then set your instant replies up. If someone hits your page and says, "Hey, I'd like to chat with you," you can set up an instant reply that will say, "We try to connect with everybody, within 30 minutes. Sit tight. Thank you for your message. I'll respond to you. I'm with a client right now. Blah blah blah. Whatever it looks like for you." You can set those up. So it's a really neat way for you guys to manage your business page and automate that and with respects to your connectivity with your followers. So jump into that business section here, go through a bunch of cool tools if you haven't done so, if you have a business page. on our business page, navigating through here, you ever want to change out the cover photo, that would be the edit button right here, and just follow the prompts like you did before. You can upload a photo directly from your desktop, your mobile device. You can create a slideshow, which is really cool. They allow you to add multiple. Let me go over here. I'm actually upload the. Let's do the headshot. See if we see the difference here. You can upload multiple photos, cover photos, to your cover photos section and add a slideshow. And so what happens is when someone lands on your business page, then they have the ability to scroll through the use of the arrow here, and it glitched. So let's see here 1 second. All right, come on. There we go. Oh, well, that's weird. Anyways, functionality looks a little wonky right now, but you should be able to scroll through. I know a lot of agents use a slideshow for multiple listings, or they spotlight a neighborhood. And so this month we're doing, Norterra or Levine, or we're doing, Gilbert, whatever you want to do, and they'll showcase some really cool high-res photos. You go out and take your photos, and they upload and make cover photos for each one, and they showcase it on their business page, or their listings, or a featured house. First slide is the exterior of the home. Next slide is the master or the living room, and so on. And you can really jazz and have some fun with your page in general. Question we got. Sorry, I missed out this to set up the automated response. Oh yeah, no problem. I didn't really get too deep into it, but I'll go back to that real quick. Under on the left-hand side of your business page, under resources and tools, scroll through there. And where it says set up FAQ, suggest questions with automated response in Messenger. You guys have probably visited a business page, and as soon as you land on the page, you see that little pop-up chat box in the bottom right-hand corner. That is basically turning on your automated responses. There are a number of automated response features over here. So greet people, share information, questions for potential customers. You can drop in some questions. Are you looking to buy, looking to sell, or looking for a free home evaluation? You can preload those questions, and they're relevant to what you would like them to be. Of course, they'll probably be different for everybody. But preload those questions in for your potential customers. And when they land on your page, you can give them some options, and then they'll click on that option based on your solicited response. Comments to messaging, you can, once you get into those, come on. You can turn on comments for messaging. You'll see there provide keywords with hashtags that people can comment on your post to receive an automated response from your page. So if you preload or prompt them to use a hashtag, so hey, if you're interested in a free home evaluation, use hashtag free home eval. If you're interested in homes in Norterra, do hashtag Norterra. And then when in the comment section, and then they'll get an automated response. You can customize these keywords and set up the respective automated response. So it's like a bot. You're automating your engagement and kind of get some additional information, let the system do it for you, so that when you do jump into the conversation in a live environment, you already have all that information in hand. And so it's much like an automated chatbot situation. Facebook really has done a lot to enhance that over the years. And as you can see going through, there's follow-up, there's send confirmation. E-commerce users on their business pages use a lot of these presets so that when it comes time to actually getting a live person get involved in the chat, they have a lot of information on hand, and they're not like, how can I help you today? Tool around those a little bit and see if it's going to be something that works for you guys, but just wanted to point. From there, when you're in there in your automation system, you can see messages, you can see who's commented, who's engaged with you, a DM, a direct message. Instagram is now integrated, so once you connect your Instagram to your business page, you can also connect with Instagram users and their comments and chats without having to go to the mobile device. You can all do it from the integration that Facebook has provided for you here, which is really cool. So, all right, so back to our business page. Jen, I hope that answered your question, or maybe prompted some more. So you guys, just to keep in mind, if we have any questions after the fact, email me. I'm Keith, Keith, at westusa.com. I have a number of folks who want to take it offline and dive deeper into something specific. So I'm always available for you guys to help out. We'll set up a 30-minute chat and have a go at it and see what we can help for you. Okay. From your main page, just understanding where things live. Just under your profile photo here, you've got a number of options for your page. Services, reviews, shop, offers. There are a number of tabs here that aren't relevant, that wouldn't be useful to you as an agent. The cool thing is you can turn these off. We can get rid of a lot of these, so it just declutters a little bit of the navigation. In order to do that, on the left-hand side here of your page navigation, we're going to go all the way down to the bottom under Settings. When we tap on the Settings tab, that's going to take us into a panel with a lot more stuff on it. But specifically, we're going to look over here on the left-hand side. Fourth one down is Templates and Tabs. That Templates and Tabs section, when you click on that, is going to showcase the tab or the navigation that I was just talking about. Home is a static one, never moves, can't do anything to it. It's going to be there always and live in that same spot. You can drag and drop these different tabs and rearrange them in the order that you see fit. Now, what's really cool about this is if you don't want to use a tab or one that's not relevant to what you do, all you need to do is just toggle it off. On the right-hand side there, just go ahead and hit the toggle switch, turns it off, will no longer be viewable or it's an option for your audience back on your business page. Really cool tool. Reviews. I can think of a number of retailers who want to turn that off because they suck. Sorry to be negative. Whether you're a cell phone company or an airline, some of the top of mind companies that just get ridiculed for poor customer service or you name it, they turn off their reviews because that's a full-time job in itself for a lot of companies, is reviewing the reviews and obviously putting out fires. So you can turn your reviews off. I say recommend leave it on because you should be putting a good product out there and solicit good reviews. Be sure to always ask. Shop, probably not relevant, so turn that one off. Offers, you're not in e-commerce. You may have an offer. You may want to fill out an offer tab. That's up to you, but I'll turn that one off because I don't see use for it. So what I like to do is I like to drag and drop these in what Facebook has reported to be the most visited tabs. Number one being photos, home and then photos. And as you see there, I just click and drag. Videos is popular. Please, I hope you guys jump into videos because that's going to be a powerful tool for you guys to not only convey a message, but to get some brand recognition and exposure for you as an agent. Home, photos, videos, events. Big one is I know we're starting to add events again, which is really neat to our business page. You guys can be using the events tab for open homes, open houses, and not just in person. You can use the event tab for virtual stuff too. You guys can do a number of open house events from your computer. Whether you actually go to the home and do a walk and talk, go live from a mobile device, showcase the house, walk through, not only tell us what we're looking at, show us what we're looking at. You can do that, or you can also go live from your home computer and show or share your your page. You can share your screen. I know a lot of agents who will do an open house from a computer, and they'll have all the photos for the listing in a folder. They'll have some notes down on the side of their computer. If they have any videos, great. A lot of folks are not comfortable with people coming in their home. I'm sure, that when homes hit the market, we've got 25 people lined up outside. Not everybody wants to deal with that. So, they'll let you in as the real estate agent, video the house, do a full shoot, walk through, talk about what we're seeing, come home, go live in Facebook, create an event. On Friday, I'm going to be going live and showcasing this home. Join us. Send a post to your page so people will see. Email that out to your list of potential clients, and then go live from your Facebook page. Share your screen and share the video. Share the photos. Talk to your audience as you're live. Cameras on you, but they're also seeing the screen. And then engage people in the chat box while they're watching the video. As they join, you'll see who's there. Oh, this is a touchscreen. Okay. They'll join and you'll say, hey, Keith, thanks for joining. We're going to get going here shortly. Hey, Nick, thanks for, you still live in Norterra? Cool. How you been? Good. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm going to hit the video here in a minute and, start having a conversation with folks, like in a group chat. Engage them in conversation because not only are you live, but you're engaging them. And of course, Facebook's watching and it's going to be advantageous for you in respects to the algorithm. All right, so let's finish. We're going to finish up the rest of this groups tab. List the groups that you're linked with. So that's an important one too. Live, however you want to move this around. About section is a big one. Move your about section here to just below home. So that's it. Home, about, photos, videos. You can't toggle those off. Those are all big ones. I like to put those to the top. Now, I don't need to hit save or do anything from there. I'm just going to come back into the upper left-hand corner and click on my business page name. And as you'll see, those changes have taken effect and now live in the navigation bar right here. Pretty simple. So for those of you who didn't know about that, you can make those edits. If you want to leave it, you can, by all means, do what you like. Now, the About tab. For those of you guys who have a business page or ever want to make any edits, the About tab is where you can make those changes to your name, your address, your email address, and so on. Now, for those of you who've created a business page today for the first time, there are some additional sections that I'd like for you to fill out. When you click on the About tab and scroll down a little bit like that, if you want to add hours of operation, you can. There are no hours available as an agent if we're 24/7. Or if you're someone who's like, hey, Sundays are not a thing for me, then you can add your close days or 8 to 5 or whatever you want your hours of operations to be. Traditionally, you find that with brick and mortar locations, that's why that exists, but you guys can use it for your purpose as well. Adding a website. Pricing information is not important, but adding a website, if you guys have a website, simply click on the website tab there, and we're going to add in, I'm just going to go West USA Realty or westusa.com. And Facebook's a little weird in this respect. There's no save button. If I hit enter, it really doesn't do anything. Click just outside the box. So I typed in West USA Realty, and then I clicked like right here. When doing that, I find that I don't know why it's not intuitive to do that, but you click outside the box, it saves it, and then I exit this box, and there is your website. And same thing. So enter your phone number. We're going to come over here, click on that one. We're going to enter in. Let's see. We are United States. Nope, we're not United Kingdom. We're United States. There we go. And we're going to add in our phone number, 602-942-4200. My number is the same as yours. And again, just click outside the box right here, and now we'll lock it in, save those changes for your phone number, and then close the box out, and there's your phone number. And so just go through this real quick here. If you haven't done so, add in your email address. Now, this one always likes to mess with me. So we're going to see if this takes. All right. Enter a valid email address. Pretty sure that's a valid email address. It might already be tied to it. There we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, see, I don't know what's the email one is kind of buggy. Always does that. Gives me a problem. All right, saved and closed. And let's refresh the page because for some reason that seems to work. Here we go. Ready? And come on. And here we go. All right, I'll go back to the about section here, and those changes should be there for me. Yep, there it is. There's my email address. So I don't know what it is about that one. I text message Mark Zuckerberg all the time, and I'm like, hey, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have his phone number. Going through the rest of your information, if you want to add a description for your business page, by all means do so. Limited to 255 characters. If you ever need to change it, we are always changing. What motivates is always changing, so you can always update your short description there. And that will be about it when it comes to your business page. So that is your about section. If you ever need to make any changes, you can do so. Entering your page information. You can add a location if you want. I know a lot of agents will put their branch location here. Not a big deal. I mean, people aren't just like randomly pulling in, like, hey, it's Keith here and like to see a home. They're going to reach out to you via email or phone number. So use those accordingly. On the left-hand side, I already showed you guys all your settings or your some of your tools, the resources and tools. One of the things that I like to use specifically when I'm going to post is I'll go into the publishing tools over here on the left-hand side. There are a number of different ways for you guys to push content out, whether you're on your business page as such, right here. Let that refresh real quick. When you are on your business page, Facebook's going to tell you, like, when you're creating a page, here's the steps you still need to complete. We're kind of going through those as we talk. How are we at? Okay, so getting down to your page, create a post. You can create a post directly from the feed in this respect here, or on the left-hand side, they have publishing tools. I like the publishing tools tab because that puts me right into the design templates for creating a page or creating a post. Once this populates, you'll be able to see not only where you can post content, but you'll be able to see your past content. And if the page decides to load, I'll be able to show you that. All right. Boy, we are just hung up. All right, let me see if I can go into the main West USA page and get their publishing tools to show you what I'm talking about. All right, here we go, publishing tools. All right, there we go. All right, so probably better that I use this example anyways, because we have so much history and content on our main page. My new page I just created with you guys in this live environment won't have anything to show you. But when you get into publishing tools, you'll see our past content, yesterday's post, the day before, and so on. What's nice, at a clip, you can see what was the post, what was the reach, meaning how many people engaged with the post, or how many people did it reach, how many times, whose news feed did it show up in their news feed, who engaged with it. In this case, there was 31 post engagements. And of course, the date and time, and was it public or did you just share it with a specific audience? But if I click on that particular post, which in this case was yesterday's, Robert Dopp was this month's I Am West USA feature. I can see that it reached 250 people, 259 people, 11 reactions, comments, or shares, and they even break down. Was it a like? Was it a haha? Was it a sad, angry, love? These emoji responses, the emotional responses, will also break those down as well. It shows me that 20 people clicked on it. So they clicked on the actual image, so it enlarged, so they could read all that amazing text. But it shows me how many people clicked on it. And then if there was any negative, one person hid the post because it probably came in their feed a few times. So I see the overall engagement. What's great about this is you can look at your content at a clip and see, okay, that one didn't do too well. This one only had 115. So you get an idea, this one, maybe I need to add a puppy to that one. So we'll put a dog in there with Bob Stevens next time and he'll get more engagement. Just kidding. But you can look at your content and see how it's doing, whether it's, and if you had money behind it, if you boosted it or you ran an ad, you can see not only organic reach, but then you would see paid as well. I love the publishing tools because there's a lot in here for you guys to navigate, and there's a lot of cool stuff to do. But from here, why I pointed this out is you can hit the create button, and it takes you into a pretty cool post creator. You obviously can choose your Instagram or your business page. Once you link those two together, guys, you can create content right here from your desktop. It used to be the Instagram made you only create content via the app, but now you can do from both these spaces here. So whether it's the same post or you have two different posts based on the platform, you can do that from this area right here. Whatever your text is, I'm just going to put just listed, even though I say don't do that. As you create your post, your preview panel on the right-hand side will start to show you what you're creating, which is really neat. So you get a chance to see what it looks like before it goes out. Back in the day, you'd post it out there and it would hit the feed and you're like, that looks like not what I wanted it to look like, and you have to delete it and start all over again. So what I like about the publishing tools is it gives you a working canvas, an idea of what you want to create. So to add on media, whether you want to add a photo, video, or create a video, I'm going to add a photo, and we're going to just use, excuse me, I'm going to use the cover photo as an example for the media in this case. Now it's going to tell me, good example here, this is the aspect ratio is a little off. One or more, let's see, get over here. One or more of the selected photos are not supported by Instagram's aspect ratio. Now, that's what I love about this is as you're editing, it's going to tell me that, hey, this photo is not going to look good on Instagram just because the Instagram's aspect ratio would not accommodate this particular graph. So you're always easy going off with something like a, let me move this really quick. I'm going to go to, let me just pull up an Instagram post so you guys get an idea of something, you know. And again, if you're using Canva, you guys have Canva, you're going to find Canva will have all these presets for you. So you don't really need to worry about, you know, will that dimension work? I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm just going to just steal this one off of images real quick. Save that image to my desk downloads and hit save. I'm going to jump back into the publishing tool. All right. Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to replace that image because it says it's a wrong aspect ratio. So I'm going to kill that one. We'll hit delete. Why this? Their sizing is all messed up. All right. Download. Okay. There we go. So bring in that image that I just pulled off of the internet. It says the image is too small to crop. That's fine. I want to crop it. I'll leave it as is. Text just listed. I want to add a call to action. I can do so, but Instagram doesn't support it. So uncheck that so that these options can become available. And to use this feature, please remove any media you have added to the post. Okay. Good to know. Turn this into a video. Facebook offers some additional tools to make some animation to it. Facebook knows how well videos do on their platform. That's why they are so video friendly and heavy. They want you to do videos constantly. And so what they've done is they've built a really cool tool that will take a static image and turn it into a video for you, which is going to reward you again with more organic reach. It's going to get people to stop scrolling through their content because they're going to see animation. They're going to see movement from your post. It's going to catch their attention and get them to stop and look. And then when they do, they're going to engage. And so that's important. So if you got a static image, do something fun like this and enhance the, if you want to do a spotlight on an image or showcase the square image, you have some options and some call to actions you can go over. There's a lot of fun stuff here, guys. You can spend another class on just talking about that in general, but I wanted to just at least get through the general navigation of your business page. So what I wanted to point out was, let's say, embellish, don't just put just listed, give me a reason, tell me more of a story, why I should be on your page and what you want me to do, call to action for more information. If you're somebody who knows looking to buy or sell, I'd love to represent them. Hit me up. I'd love questions and I'm here to answer them. You can publish right away, which will go right to your main feed. Or what I like to point out is this schedule feature. My best shared practice tip for you guys when it comes to content creation, get yourself an editorial calendar, even if it means printing off a blank calendar and say, all right, Monday's going to be motivational or, a dog post or an animal or something fun about you. Wednesday's going to be open house or did you know, or the first Wednesday of the month is going to be market statistics for the previous month. What was the highest price home sold? What was the average price sale? What was the lowest? Whatever you want that message to be. Friday could be a neighborhood spotlight or a community business spotlight. And so create your calendar out in advance. I try to like a 2-week clip so that, I'm 2 weeks in the future. If I need to call someone, if I need to schedule an appointment, if I need to make, if I need to do a Zoom call, if I need to record it, if I need to get somebody on, line them up as a guest, get yourself some lead time to make that happen. And then you have an idea of what's going to happen. Schedule your post out. So hit the schedule tab in the bottom right-hand corner here and say, okay, I'm working on next week, so it's going to be next Monday's post, and I'm going to have it drop at 10 a.m. or 10:38 a.m., whatever the case may be, and then hit save. Now, do that on a Sunday night. Batch your content out for the week or 2 weeks in advance. What we call batch content. Create 3 or 4 posts at one time. Especially if you're shooting video. I know agents who will come out with 3 or 4 different blouses, or guys will have a couple of different button-down shirts, and you're turning the camera on, you got the lights on, you're in that mind frame, you're sitting down. Don't just shoot one video, shoot 3, or don't write 1 post, write 3. You're in that mind frame. Give an hour to that content creation, load the week up, and then schedule out your posts. And once you schedule your post, then your post will be scheduled in your publishing tools right here for you, and you can see them over here on the left-hand side, and published. And where is scheduled? There we go. Boom. Schedule posts. Due to hit on Monday, 10:38 a.m. Now you've got your week lined up. You're not waking up going, man, I haven't posted anything in a while. What should I post today? I don't know. I haven't thought about this. Crap, I got to get to that open house, or I'm supposed to do a new client call, or kid needs to be run to the soccer camp, or whatever the case may be. Life happens, but your social media gives the perception that you're active and things are hitting for you. I got a question here. Woo. Jen, be careful paying to push it. It was billed 12 times last May for ad boosts that I did not order or want. I didn't even have an ad running. I could not get Facebook to address the situation, and only my bank was able to remove the thousands of dollars of billing to my credit card. Yeah, wow, Jen, that's crazy. I'm not a big fan of boosting ads. We run ad campaigns here at the brokerage. I help agents run ads for listings. We get into the ad manager. We set up an audience. We set up an objective. We allocate $5 a day. Boosting, you lose a lot of control. So I don't like boosting ads. I think it's a waste of money. So Jen, looks like you had a glitch where you didn't even run an ad or boost, and I did that to you. So unfortunately, Facebook is not known for having a very responsive customer service call center chat log. I legitimately am having an issue accessing a client's Instagram account for them on their behalf, and they just take you. They run you through the cycle of visit our help center and all these predetermined questions that don't address what the issue is. If it's this, it's this. If it's that, it's that. And no, it's not. It's none of those. Who can I talk to? Often a challenge. So you're right. Facebook does not have a lot of support in that respect. They are for one of the largest revenue generating companies in the world. You would think that they would have a pretty solid customer service retention or appeals department. They don't. So be mindful about what you give your credit card for. If you are looking to run ads, visit their business section, go through the ads. Try not to boost posts. I don't find them to be beneficial at all. There's a lot of other things you can do in order to drive traffic. So on the left-hand side, you've got your draft. So if you start a post, but you're not ready to post it yet, maybe you haven't found the image that you want to use, but you know what the subject matter is going to be, you can create drafts. And then there's video library over here. There's just a lot of cool tools in the publishing area. So if your takeaway today is if creating anything, get into their publishing tools, because that's where you can really see the full scope of the power of what you can do. Spend some time in there. Of course, if you have any questions, you guys can always email me and I'll help you out with that. So that's kind of that puts us right about at the 11:30 mark coming up here. You guys have any questions, feel free to jump on, fire them at me and I'll help you out where I can. If not, email me again. I'm Keith, KEITH at West USA. That's kind of the nuts and bolts of using the business page. If I get out of here. Oh yeah, go back to mine. Here we go. When you guys are comfortable, one last thing you guys want to start doing, once your page is built out, start inviting your friends. And that's going to be the 3 little ellipsis buttons over here on the right-hand side under your business page, under your profile photo. There's a call to action button. Start inviting. So share or invite your friends. That's anybody that you're personally friends with on your business page. You can invite them to like your page. Maybe you send this to them in a message. Hey, just created a business page, or I'm now an agent with West USA Realty. Check out my business page. Keith taught an awesome class. I can't wait to send him a $5 gift card. No, I'm just kidding. Have fun with it. Invite your friends. Hit your circle of friends, your circle of trust, your immediate top of mind people. Send them out an invite. They're more apt to respond if you send it to them in a private message than if you were to, just blanket everybody, and they'll be able to follow you and build your audience from there. It's a good way to prime your audience in general. Okay, other than that, I think we are good. You will be able to see this recording up on our main page by the end of the day today, if not tomorrow. You can always visit our YouTube channel for all of our past classes, my Canva class, Instagram. Keep an eye on westusacalendar.com for our future classes coming up. Next Thursday will be LinkedIn for real estate agents. Creating a page, what you should do with your page, connecting with businesses, other entrepreneurs, and so on. And we'll go from there. So you guys have been great. Thank you so much for your questions and your engagement today. And obviously, for those on the Zoom, have a great day. Be kind to one another. Be safe. And we will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.